Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Iyanda Siraj, the Eclectic High Priestess. I hope that I'm finding you well and in good spirits. Oh my gosh, y'all. We're here tonight to talk about the Lionsgate portal. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for being here. At any point in this video, like it, subscribe, join the family. So real quick, I just want to go through a quick kind of like recap for you guys about what the Lionsgate energy is. Back in July, we talked a little bit about the Syrian portal that opened, okay, in July. And so it's a kind of like, that was kind of like a precursor to what we are dealing with in Lionsgate. So we have on the 8th of August, 8/8, this portal opening, okay? So it's really connected. Like I said, the Sirius gateway was a precursor to this. So it's not like that the same energy, but it's more expansive, okay? So just a quick recap, okay? Right now, the sun is in Leo. The moon is also going to be in Leo on the 8th. It's at 16 degrees. And I found something really interesting about the 16th degree of Leo. Speaking about the storms ending, all nature rejoicing in brilliant sunshine and having a surge of life and love after crisis. Okay. So I thought that was beautiful energy and very, very significant for many people who have been coming through dark night of the soul energies. Okay. So if you feel like that speaks to you, then this is for you. Okay. Now this energy is already kind of like working its magic right now. It usually can get, a 2-week precursor and then like a 2-week shadow, right? And it's not necessarily a shadow, but it still hangs out for about 2 weeks. Now, this has been building up since July, we talked about, right? Since basically the first week of July. Let's talk a little bit about the symbolism and everything. 8 talks about the infinity, is the infinity symbol. When we think about the number 8 and we think about infinity, it's not necessarily just like an ongoing thing. It's the infinite soul, the part of you that existed at the beginning of time, that infinite memory, those source memories that you have. Some of these things can be coming back up for you. You can have bouts of remembrance, okay? For different timelines. You can have memories of past lives popping up right now, past existences in different star systems. So you could have a lot of galactic memory coming back to you, okay? Also, 8 is DNA activation. That's a big thing that I like to work with these portals. I work with a whole lot more portals than just the Sirius Gateway and the Lionsgate portal, but these are the two major ones that people work with. I do work a lot in 4th dimensional time, so there's always these portals that we can work with throughout each month. But we'll get into that on another time. And once I start offering those services again, then you guys will learn more about that. But as far as the DNA activation, we have the number 8, which represents that, which represents abundance, higher realms of consciousness coming down to you. Okay, so we did talk about memory, but then also new information, things that you haven't had experience with yet. Many ancient people actually think or revere this time as the new year. Okay, we have the Mayan civilization. Okay, let me get myself together. The Mayans, the Sumerians, the Babylonians, the Dogon tribe, okay? And I feel like there's something very significant about the Dogon tribe having resonance with this energy, because one thing that I do know about the Dogon tribe is that they were very much intellectually advanced, okay? And then there was a lot of ritual, a lot of tradition that was passed down, and it was passed verbally. So if you didn't sit down with an elder, you didn't get it, okay? So that is a very significant energy here as well, I think, where if you haven't really been doing the work to align, you ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get it. So that's not to count anybody out, but I think that that's significant when we do refer to the energy of the Dogon people or the Dogon tribe. Another energy that's significant to Lionsgate, just like Sirian, is that it's tied to ancient Egypt. Okay, for this portal, we have sphinxes that are going to be significant, and pyramids. So you can work with both of these energies. If you have pyramid like crystals, shapes of pyramids, these will be very significant for you, and very beneficial for you to meditate with or work with at this time, because pyramids were seen as transmitters of this energy. Okay, they were seen as transmitters of this just otherworldly vibe. Okay, so if you want to kind of tap in, that would be a good tool for you right now. Channeling into Isis and Anubis, because they are two of the deities who are very much associated with Sirius in general, but they are present very much so during these portals, Lionsgate and Sirian Gateway. Okay, now I do want to get into just a little bit about kind of like the vibe. We have the ability to manifest our reality that's coming up right now, and I'm going to get into that a little more, because I feel like, oh, by the way, I'm looking at my notes that I have. I take new notes every portal, and every time I do the Lionsgate and Sirius Gateway, I always get new information, and I really think it's dope. So this portal is going to be heart healings, third eye awakenings, higher chakra openings. We'll talk a little bit about that. Downloads, visitations, the fourth wave of volunteers. I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but we will dive into it in another video soon. Speaking about this wave of volunteers that are operating in the fourth, fifth, and sixth densities. Okay, and that's going to be very interesting, because a lot of us have been kind of stuck between 3 and 4, trying to just get out of the third into the fourth. And this transition between the fourth, fifth, and sixth is a little more smoother. Actually, we'll oscillate a lot between those different densities and dimensions during this time. Okay, and we'll talk a little bit about what that means at a later time, but we don't have enough time to do it in this video. Okay, so one thing that I did pass, look, it says battered but unconquered consciousness finds exaltation, cleansing of the mind after a series of floods of emotion. Okay, so this does speak to us a lot about what we were saying about the dark night of the soul ending for a lot of people. Where you were taken into yourself, so deeply into yourself, that everything outside of you was reflecting your innermost emotions and feelings. Okay, so now you're going to be moving out of that energy, still aware of self, still aware of those projections, but you're going to find exaltation, because you didn't allow your consciousness to become conquered by the darknesses that you found. Okay, not everybody was so lucky, and I'll just be the first to say it. Not everybody was so lucky to not get devoured by their own self during that journey. So kudos to you if you found yourself here, right? I'm going to look and see if there's other notes. That's all of my notes. So basically, you have a lot of abundance, a lot of past life memory, a lot of galactic origin and galactic memory activating for you. We're going to talk just a little bit about these higher chakras, okay? Because the new chakra body, when you are transitioning into your galactic humanness, okay, the chakra system actually changes a lot. Okay, it's not the standard system. There are 13 chakras that are specifically tied to your galactic body or your galactic humanness. Okay, now the order changes, and I'll go through one. I'll tell you really quickly for 1 through 7 what that order is, and then we're going to focus more on the higher level chakras for those of you who are going to be experiencing activations in those areas. So for the order for 1 through 7, you have root staying where it is at number 1. You have 2 with sex, okay, staying pretty much where it is. You have 3, which is the solar plexus, staying where it is. Then you have 4, which is the diaphragm. Okay, the diaphragm. So that speaks a lot about the processing of a lot of the processing of a lot of feeling, emotional processing of a lot of the lower chakra, and bringing it up into the higher chakra to assist in activation of these chakras up here. Okay, so the diaphragm, that's where you hold in your breath, the breath being the life that activates, that animates. Okay, so then you move into the heart at 5th chakra, the thymus at the 6th chakra, and the throat at the 7th chakra. Okay, It's a little off, right? But this is the new chakra system based on channelings. In the text, you are becoming a galactic human. Okay. Now we're gonna focus in on these other chakras here, the higher ones, 8 through 13. Okay, 8 is the well of dreams. Okay, so this is where if you have activations in this 8th chakra, you're going to be having a lot more vivid dreams. You're going to be time traveling. You're going to be astral traveling very easily, okay, during this time and in the future, right? So you're going to be taking this energy forward. The well of dreams is also not just, it's like a prophetic space. It's basically here. I would say, yeah, it's at the base of your skull, but we won't get into the technicality because there's a lot of things happening right here. Okay, so with the well of dreams, like I said, prophetic dreaming, astral travel, as well as time travel, which is going to be a big deal for many people. It's going to be a big deal for many people because you will have some visitations. You'll be visiting yourself from different timelines, okay, to help you with this next level of ascension. The 9th chakra is the pituitary. It's actually tied to the pituitary gland, okay, and it's going to be your command center at this point. This is where a lot of things are going to be coming, deciding, making decisions, assigning energy or tasks to your different centers. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But like delegating, there you go, delegating energies to the different centers. All right. The 10th chakra is going to be your pineal. This is where you're going to have interpretation of your visions, of your dreams, of your insights. Going to work very closely with the well of dreams, your third eye, and your crown chakra. Okay, there's going to be a good connection there. And if you find that you still have imbalance in your crown, your third eye, when your pineal is popping up, then you're going to have a calibration. Okay, so that might be a little interesting. Just a forewarning, because it's going to be that you're going to have the information, but you're not necessarily going to know what any of it means while you're kind of like calibrating those chakras or helping them work together better. The crown chakra is the auric field connection. Okay, so this is now, as you move into galactic humanness, you're going to be connecting with people through the crown chakra. Okay, many people have connections via the chakras on different levels. Okay, but when you are transitioning here, there's going to be a lot more connection from the crown, meaning that when you connect with somebody who is tapped in or in tune, that's going to be, y'all going to be connecting at the crown. That's what I'm just trying to say. Okay, you're going to be connecting at the crown. All right, rather than the lower chakras. So this is going to take precedence over your sexual attraction to people. This is going to take precedence over your heart or your feelings towards people. So this is where we're going to be connecting with mission, with our agendas here. Okay. So after the crown chakra, now, first of all, let me say this. I love that they speak of the crown chakra as being the connection, because I actually channeled a few months ago that you have the masculine chakras in the standard system, the masculine and feminine chakras, right? And then once you have mastered both of those and they're working in tandem inwardly and outwardly, right? Then you connect at the crown chakra, and the crown chakra to me was the mission. That's where you came into divine union with yourself and with another, perhaps, and you step into your purpose. You step into your calling, whatever the thing is that you're supposed to pursue in this lifetime. You begin to do that. Okay, so I found that interesting that they actually refer to crown 11, or the 11th chakra, the crown, as the auric field connection, right? Dope. So now, lastly, 12 and 13 chakras. Okay, the 12th chakra is going to be your feminine, your galactic feminine, and the 13th chakra is going to be your galactic masculine. Okay, pretty simple, right? Now, the 11th, 12th, and 13th chakras, when they connect, they create what they call the your galactic antenna. There's another name for it. Did I write it? Scalar wave antenna. This is the transmitter and reception device that you are going to be able to use to continue to get more information that supports your galactic being. Okay, so Once you have activated the scalar wave antenna, not only are you picking up more on in this realm, the 5D, but like I said, you are traveling throughout different realms and densities, and or connecting, right? Connecting, you can transmit to and receive from all of those densities. Okay, so that's a beautiful activation to be receiving. If that's where you are right now, congratulations. Look, you made it. Okay. But again, we have this vibe of it is a continuum of learning, a continuum of growth. But when you want to think about it, because we can't just try to pretend like some people aren't further ahead or whatever, so you do have people who are in that wave, and they're already up there in the 12th and 13th chakras. They're already activated their scalar wave antenna. I had a couple of people who did participate. One person specifically, I know they've begun to receive light language. Okay, so they've begun to transmit light language. So that's one indicator. That's one thing that can happen once you do activate that antenna. So that's dope. The other person, I didn't get any feedback about what they experienced, so I'm not sure. But that person who did receive an activation from me reported that they are receiving light language. All right. So all of that is the energy tied around this. Okay. So I just wanted to give you guys a real quick intro, a 20-minute, 15-minute intro. So I did really good. Now we're going to get into the messages. I have 8 messages giving honor to the 88 portal. So we make it an 888 real quick. And we're going to I'm going to show the cards, and I'm going to intuitively tell you what the messages are. If I feel led to read anything, then I'll read it to you. But otherwise, I'm going to just be intuitively channeling the message. Okay. So our 8 options, here we go. We have the cowrie shell. We have a sage bundle. Palo Santo. Danburites. CHRYSOCOLLA. My trusty lapis slate. Emerald. And azurite. All right, so those are your 8 options. I'm just going to give you a moment to decide what resonates with you. I wonder if I can show you guys. Maybe I can. Let's see. There you go. I know they're backwards, but work with me, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right, let's get to it. I'll put you all over there because I already know your order. So here we go. Let's start with the cowrie shell. Cowrie shell. Now, cowries do talk about feminine energy, deep your like emotional center. Okay. I also feel like it talks about as well, there is a channeling, like you can hear or channel other people's emotions. So I feel like this is picking up on empathic energy too as well for this. I just heard divine mother. Okay. So you could be stepping into a role where you are kind of like helping other people to birth higher levels of consciousness right now. So you could be stepping into a teacher role or a mother role. You could be a mother of children who have gifts or abilities, psychic abilities. All right. So for group 1, okay, so the general energy that I decided that was going to be assigned to group 1 was new beginnings. Okay. So I just took some of the themes and just randomly put them into the numbers. Okay. So for group 1, you have new beginnings. Okay. We have limitless. Yes. Okay. Limitless. Third ray of creative intelligence. We have Sirius popping through with saving humanity. In the liminal space, this is not how the story ends. And with the Syrian Starseed Tarot, we have the Eight of Flames. Okay. So already I feel like there's a rapid progression for you. So you're going to have this new beginning, or this, look at this rebirth. Okay. You have this rebirth happening, transformation happening into your limitless self. Okay. Now, if you are a creative, that means that you're going to be tapping into an endless supply of inspiration, of insight that can be used in your creative mediums. Okay. Now, I do feel it's also too with saving humanity, there is something healing about the modality that you use. Now, you could be a writer, because this says this is not how the story ends. So I feel, and then look at that cigarette, it's only half smoked. I feel like there is an energy here about whatever you may be currently working on something, and now you're going to have this resurgence of energy, of inspiration. And it's almost like you're going to be starting over with the project, but it's not going to actually be a start over. Now look at this, y'all. I think this is dope. We have infinity, infinity, infinity. Infinity, infinity, infinity. Yeah. So 888, just like we said, started the thing with 888. So for some of you, you're writers, you're creators, and I think that there's going to be this vibe of new energy going into projects that are already done, and it's going to have a whole new spin. Okay. This doesn't mean you're going to be actually starting over, but I do feel like the energy is going to be brand new with these projects. Okay. Now, outside of creativity, I do feel as if creative intelligence means that there is also a level of ingenuity that's going to come into life. It's going to really add to this sense of limitlessness. Okay. When we think of limitlessness, sometimes we just think of having no barriers or no blockages. Okay. But what I'm thinking about is that whatever these inspirations are, you're going to turn the blockages and you're going to transmute them. And this is really going to feed the energy of feeling like there's no limit. Okay. Because you're going to be using every single thing that comes into your field to create. All right. All right. So with the Eight of Wands, I feel like that also, Eight of Flames, I feel like that's also speaking to one, you have solar plexus and sacral chakra working together and really spinning, creating a new reality for you. So for some of you, you're really going to be digging deep into your creative well, into your inner being, and pulling up whatever resources you need to support this new beginning that you're stepping into. Eight of Wands also talks about speed. Okay. It also talks about writing, travel. So if you're going to be traveling, that's going to be another thing that's going to be feeding inspiration, because we do have this person looking out at the mountains here. So they could have traveled to the mountains for inspiration. So I feel as if there's definitely a level of rebirth. We have the card number 3, number 20, number 43. Those could be significant numbers for you during this time. What else do we have for this group? Things that you've set aside or things that have seemed dead can totally get new life right now. I feel as if humanity, or things that people and experiences that you have, can bring life back to old projects and old ideals. Okay. I'm also hearing that old parts of yourself are going to be reclaimed. Okay. Things that you kind of pushed aside because of what society or what humanity is telling you about those things. You're going to be bringing those back, reclaiming them, and allowing them to be fed into something. Okay. For some of you, you're going to be feeding into a child that is in your environment. For others of you, it's really going to be into these creative endeavors. Okay. Okay, group 1, that's it. So let's get you a guide here for this time frame. Oh, Serapis Bay Ascension. Look at that. Come on, Serapis Bay Ascension. Move into your true self, your limitless self. Okay. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Yes. Look at this card. Look at the limitless card. That's definitely a rise above the darkness, or out of the darkness. The third ray of creative intelligence is also a rise out of darkness. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's dope. So let's see what the starseed message is for you. Okay. signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. Yes. So definitely if you've been seeing 888, that's going to be amazing. You should really tune into the energy on the portal, right? Make sure that you're meditating or setting aside time. I'm also hearing that for some of you, 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., I don't know. I just feel like the number is very significant for this group. That synchronicity itself is going to be significant. It's going to be useful for you. Now let's go look and see what other astrological energy is going to be supporting you at this time. Chiron, healing. Yes. Healing powers growth, amendments, releasing personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers. Divinity, cleansing, softness, and pain. Come on, limitless self. And I said you're going to be bringing all of these elements into you or out of you so that you can really put them on some canvas. Whatever your canvas is, you're going to be putting them on a canvas so that they can have use. Okay? Okay, y'all. All right, so that's it for group 1. All right, let's move on to group 2. All right, so if you picked group 2, the energy that you're going to be experiencing most during this time, group 2 was the Sage bundle. The energy you're going to be most experiencing at this time is third eye awakening, okay? So many people are so obsessed with the concept of opening their third eye, okay? Now, what is the third eye? The third eye means that you are receiving transmissions of sorts, okay? You're going to be seeing from your not from just your mind's eye, but from your soul. Your soul will be projecting images to you, okay? So that you can experience these things without having to experience them in your physical environment, okay? Some of you will be lucky enough for your third eye to be activated so that you can see things that need to be seen without having them projected to you by other people or your environment, okay? And that's a beautiful energy. Let me tell you right now, when you don't pay attention to the third eye, when you don't pay attention to what your soul is showing you, then they send you physical people. And that further anchors you kind of like in the third dimension. So when your third eye awakens, that means that you don't need the people to project to you because now you can listen to your soul and you understand what your soul tells you, okay? We only need people and experiences down here when we're not tapping in, okay? So let's get into it. For Sage, I feel like too, you could be doing some cleansing and decalcifying your third eye. This could support you at this time, especially if you pick this group. In general, though, even if you don't even take a single action, I feel as if this is already happening for you. There is a cleansing happening of your third eye because the whole collective is actually being awakened. There isn't, let me say it like this. The awakening of the rest of the collective is supporting you. So even if you feel as if you haven't really worked towards opening your third eye, the collective is supporting you, okay? And this is how this is happening. So let's look into what energies are here for you. Cosmic connection. Yes. That's a number 11, okay? And 11s for me are portals or gateways, okay? So it's an invitation. It's an invitation to connect. And that's why your third eye is opening. Let's go. All right. So then we have the power of the divine masculine. Sirius is telling you that secrecy is a thing. And we have number 44, which is definitely tied to the divine masculine, but we'll get into that. Ooh, trash magic. From the liminal space. And from the Starseed Tarot, you have the 4 of crystals, which is the 4 of is it Pentacles? Yeah, 4 of Pentacles in this deck. All right. Okay, yeah. All right, so what I'm hearing is that the stars are not holding back with you anymore, okay? So like I said, even if you haven't been doing the work, I heard even if you've been avoiding it, if you've been avoiding the connection, it's happening for you. It's happening anyway. It says that the stars are actually they're like, okay, you don't want to, but you need to come on. Like, come on. We don't want you to stay back there. Just come on. So I do feel as if they're not holding back. They're going to give it to you whether you're ready or not. Okay. With this cosmic connection, I feel that in addition to your third eye chakra opening, you're going to have some action in your palm chakras as well. Okay, so you could definitely have some healing powers awakening, so Reiki, or any other type of kind of like how you move energy, telepathy, not telepathy but telekinesis. Even some people could experience that. So, and I say that because we have lots of imagery here with the hands. See the divine masculine here moving energy with his third eye and with his hands. Okay, and then we also have the palm chakras illuminated here on this card here. So definitely a sense of channeling divine energy for healing, okay, through your hands, I want to say. So if you are a masseuse, a massage therapist, if you are a Reiki healer, that you're going to have an enhancement of those energies. I also feel too there's an activation. Some of you are going to become galactic physicians. I want to say it like that, galactic physicians, because the power of the divine masculine does look like it's like DNA or atoms, or not say DNA, but atoms and things, molecules. So I feel as if you're going to be literally waking up this divine healer in you. Okay, we also have the pyramid showing up there with the divine masculine as well. So you're going to be transmitting this energy, this healing energy. Okay, wow, wow, wow. I'm also picking up that sight, divine sight of the past, present, and future. Okay, I'm getting raven symbology here. So definitely divine sight of the past, present, and future is going to be assisting you at this time. They're not holding back. Okay, so even if you've been trying to avoid it, it's about to hit. With secrecy here, I think that's what this is actually talking about for you, is the fact that you kind of, some of you, if you picked group 2, you kind of wanted to stay at a distance from this energy, not in a negative way, but you may have had fears or something like that tied to it, and that's going to be falling away for you. Okay, with trash magic, this talks about turning something into something else. Okay, so excuse me, if you have these fears, then these fears are what you're going to help other people heal. That may be one of your first tasks, is to help others heal the fear of connecting. Okay. This feels amazing for you guys. Yeah, I feel also with trash magic, I feel that this is speaking a little bit too about anything that's been bandaged. So if you've been bandaging any type of wounds or anything like that, you're going to have to take the bandage off and apply actual healing practices. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. Also too, power of the divine masculine means that you're also going to be surrendering control, or you're going to be balancing that need for control over this whole process with a little bit more receptivity, speaking with the cosmic connection. Okay, so you're going to be surrendering control, and I'm hearing you're not really having a lot of choice with that, but you're surrendering the control, and the cosmic connection is going to another level for you. Let's see which guide is working with you right now, or could be beneficial for you to work with. These are the keepers of the light. Okay, we have holy amethyst. Okay, divine alchemy. Again, that's trash magic, speaking about turning something into something else. Okay, so what does she say? Move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. Yeah. So again, like I said, some of you are holding back or keeping at a distance from whatever these modalities or this new level of understanding. Whatever you were doing, it was a personal like, don't know if I'm ready yet. Holy amethyst is saying, yeah, move beyond that. It's time. You're ready. Okay, focus on what you desire, which is ascension, and which is to feel at home in this universe. Okay. So the numbers here are number 10, 11, and 44. So 11 and 44 definitely speak to light worker energy. Okay. So you may be a light worker and have been kind of pushing this off, or not even knowing where to start for some of you. Okay. 33:55 on the clock just then. It would be beneficial also for you to work with the crystal amethyst, she's saying. Okay. So let's see what astrology energy is significant for you at this time. The moon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Feelings. Yeah. Remember I said you're going to be helping others to heal the fears, the doubts, any reservations about being a light worker, maybe. Okay. instinct, nurturing, gut reactions, comfort, digestion, home, family, conditioning, habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, and the mother. Okay, so those are the energies of the stars that are going to be supporting you. What message do you have for the star seeds that are coming to this video? What do you want to add to their message? Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Telepathy. Look at that. Connecting at the third eye would be telepathy. Okay, y'all. Just let y'all know that right now. But it says reflection. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. Nice. So there's some twin flame energy here for sure with 1144 as well. So twin flames, meaning that some of you might actually be meeting a twin flame during this time. So a cosmic connection. You could already have been communicating with this twin in the 5D. And now you could come into a physical meeting. Okay, the universe is no longer holding this back from you. Holy amethyst is the partner of I don't remember. I'm going to tell you guys because I feel like it's significant for someone. Holy amethyst is the twin flame or the twin ray for, I turned right to it. Look at that. Archangel Zadkiel, the angel who helps us transmute negative experiences into love and learning. He is the keeper of the violet flame, which helps us release anything that is no longer serving us. Okay. It says holy amethyst also enables us to look over our past fears and challenges and draw wisdom and learning from them. Unlike Zadkiel, for many years she was not mentioned in spiritual texts, and that may have been because of her miraculous support wasn't needed on earth as it is now. To connect deeply with her light, hold her namesake crystal, the amethyst. Okay, yeah. So I definitely feel as if amethyst wants to work with you, group 2. So to tap in, okay? All right. Let's move on to group 3. Group 3, if you pick the PALO SANTO, then the general energy around you during this Lionsgate portal is downloads, okay? Downloads, okay? In general, with the Palo Santo, I feel like there's angelic energy here, okay? So very high hierarchy. I don't know how I'm trying to put these words together, but angels who are of the higher levels of hierarchy, who have command over other angels, okay? So I guess archangel connection right now would be a big deal for you, okay? So let's get into it. You could actually become an embodiment. So you could have like a walk-in experience right now as far as the downloads are concerned. Yeah, you could become embodiment of an archangel, okay? I say that, I'm thinking of Archangel Uriel. What's his name? Flight Boss on YouTube. That's what I'm thinking of. So you could begin to just embody the energy, channeling divine wisdom, divine knowledge of that specific archangel, okay? Let's see what's here for you, group 3. Mother Earth. Ooh, Earth angels, okay? Earth angels, it says, okay? All right, so that's that. Master healing, okay? Yeah, Earth angels, I see. Long-term goals with Sirius is coming through with the message of long-term goals. The liminal space, it says, the enemy of intuition is self-doubt. And for the Syrian Starseed Tarot, you have the 9 of Wands or the 9 of Flames. Got another pyramid right there too. Look at that. All right. Yeah. Okay. So Earth angels. Okay. Some of you could be grid workers. I'm hearing grid workers. So that means that you may have a specific ability to create power grids. You could be doing this with crystals. So you could work with grids in your home, but also I feel as if you may work with the energetic grid of Earth, so the ley lines. If you have not heard of that term, just Google it real quick. There's going to come up a map, and it's going to show you how these lines intersect at different areas around the world. And these are places, many of them are places of sacred monuments and things like that. So you would be someone who could travel, who would benefit or even may have a life purpose to travel to these different sites, activating energy as well as downloading and receiving energy. Okay, Mother Earth has a whole lot of information to give you. You have number 22, number 33, and number 45. So again, I feel like there's master builder energy here. What's number 22 when it comes to life path? Let me Google it, guys. I know y'all know I don't mind Googling anything. Okay, so Life Path 22 offers you the extremes of life's possibilities. On one hand, you have the potential to be the master builder, the person capable of perceiving something great in the archetypal world and manifesting it into the relative world. On the other hand, you can slip into the depths of obscurity, okay, achieving little. Okay, yeah, so that means that you don't fully develop the knowledge to a point to where it can be useful or beneficial. Okay, so anyway, if that's something that has been a block for you, maybe not, you get enough information to get you so far and then you don't continue it, then maybe that's something that you are going to be healing during this time frame so that you can step into your calling or your purpose. All right, with master healing here, come on, this is, I feel as if, look at this, there's definitely an energy of being like a medium between the stars. Okay, so some of you, again, this could be some writers, but I feel as if there's a translating energy here. Okay, so you may be able to translate light language, translate esoteric wisdom that can bring healing to people. Okay, I also feel as if you can hear Gaia, or you can hear Mother Earth talk to you. Okay, so you can understand the needs of plants and the needs of animals, the needs of children and people. You can understand the needs that they have as far as health and healing is concerned. I'm hearing that some of you may also work with runes. Okay, I'm not sure why that's coming up, but some of you may also work with runes. It'd be beneficial if they are in wood or are in a specific type of crystal, okay, that you work with already, something that you already align with. Now, with the long-term goals, I do feel this is speaking to mastery. Okay, we talked about not going the distance when it comes to mastering technologies or mastering subjects, and this is something that is going to be with you for a little while. The Syrian energy is coming to assist you in going the long, what am I trying to say, going the distance when it comes to picking up the knowledge and learning it. Okay, and it says the enemy of your intuition is self-doubt, and the only reason you haven't done this is because for some reason you don't feel capable, or you don't feel even deserving of whatever positions this is going to lead to you holding. All right, so the enemy of intuition is self-doubt. And then, of course, they have 33rd Street there. Look, 33rd Street. So again, this is a big thing. So there's definitely master builder energy here for you, with, in terms of the fact that you have that divine calling. You have that divine calling. And with 22, it said you have the choice of reaching that potential, or of just falling into obscurity to where you only learn so much and it doesn't really come full circle for you. Okay, the Nine of Wands also tells me that there is a sense of burnout, maybe not knowing where to go, not knowing where to find the information, not being able to find proper teachers or mentors. So I do feel like there may be a little rest that you might need to take during this time even. So if you want, during this time, you can take some sacred baths or do other things that will assist you in recharging and getting your mind prepared for learning. Okay, for learning. Is my laptop plugged up? Because it's going to die. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to get this together here. Don't want to lose you. Okay. There we go. So again, your numbers 22, 33, 33, 45. All right. All right. Let's see what guides, keepers of the light here are working with you. Lord Ganesh. Okay. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. 4422 on the clock, as I said that. Okay. So I think Lord Ganesh also is one talking about if you have concerns about monies, because we do have this subway here. Ganesh is bringing in abundance, bringing in some resources to help ease your concerns about that energy. With Mother Earth, I also feel like she'd be talking about your money as well, your health, your general overall health and capability physically to do something. So Ganesh is bringing abundance in for you to support you. Okay. I also feel like with the spiritual support and connections are increasing, that means that whatever standing connections you have with Gaia, with astrology, with your spiritual systems that you have begun to work with, you're going to get support in enhancing that knowledge and wisdom. Like I said, they're going to help you go the distance with that knowledge or expand upon it so that you can reach a level of mastery. Okay. What astrological elements are supporting you during this time, group 2? Pluto, transformation. Okay. Renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, composting, cycles, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. Yeah. Okay. For some of you, there's definitely there's definitely energy of thinking that okay, for you to tell someone, yeah, my life purpose is to go and travel the whole world and plant crystals in the sand. Okay, that sounds pretty freaking extreme, but that's a thing. It's a real thing. And actually, there's a stand-up comedian who talked about that. He said he was raised by a hippie mom and that she used to do that. Like they would go places and she would like leave a crystal in a brook or something like that. And she was like, yeah, activating Gaia in this area. Like he would just, it was funny. And that comes up. So anyway, so this could be a transformation in the way that you think about this type of thing. You can make it fun. It doesn't have to be so like serious. All right. I think that they want you to know that. But in general, there's a transformation in the way that you think about it. Also, there's a push forward. Okay. There's a push forward into it. All right. With Pluto, it's a little bit of force. Okay. So yeah, I think that this is beautiful energy for you guys. Let's see what the starseed message is for you. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. Yes. And that's what I was talking about when it comes to like when you have to try to explain to somebody, yeah, I'm a gatekeeper of this, or I'm a light barrier of Syrian technology, and I'm this. If you try too much, you're going to get stuck in that, because it's always going to put you in a place of wondering if people understand you or people accept you or something like that. So this is saying just release anything that's standing in your way of really stepping into this. Be weird. I'm hearing indigo vibes. If you're indigo, if you're a starseed, if you are a crystal child, be that. We're here to be different. We're here to change the world. Oh, okay. They said you're trying to fit into the world you were sent here to change. Come on. All right, group 3, that's your message. You're trying to fit into the world you came here to change. I hear that. All right, group 4, if you chose Danburite, you are indeed tapping in. This is one of the Synergy 12 stones. So that set of stones is said to be a very high vibrational set of stones. It has what's the Moldavite and some of those. I have a couple of them here. This crystal here. Is that the only one that's on my desk? Yeah, those are the only ones that are on my desk. But again, higher, talking about extraterrestrial, I'm talking about from other galaxies and dimensions type of wisdom coming to you. But if you pick group 4, the general energy surrounding you is visitations. Okay, so you could have an experience. Okay, ooh, let me get my deck. Okay. I didn't even think about that. But I'm going to pick you guys an extra card. Okay, so if you picked group 3, you could definitely experience some type of visitation, okay? Meaning that you may have some type of ET experience, right? So let me just pull you one of these cards just before we even get into your other ones. You're definitely going to be having an experience. Let me take that one. With the Zeta Reticuli. Okay. All right. And it says you have special DNA. Okay. Yeah. So, boom. So, Zeta Reticuli. Let me just read their message from the book. Now, the Zeta Reticuli is an interesting group because they can sometimes be in forms that are kind of not so pleasant to look at. Okay. But if I'm telling you now, then you're going to be prepared when you see them. All right. The first type of Zeta Reticuli are tall grays from Orion. Okay, so that could be some energy that's flowing through to you. And Sirius Gateway or the Lion's Gate portal could be helping you to just open up and get ready for it. This type is usually about 7 to 8 feet tall. The second type is similar in facial features but have larger noses. The third type and shortest of the grays tend to be about 3.5 feet tall. Their facial features are very similar to the first type of grays. The gray alien race of extraterrestrials has become a pop culture phenomenon that continues to capture the imagination and attention of government, citizens, and all who ever uttered the word abduction. Okay. It says, since the ancient civilizations of the Mayans, Hopi, Indians, Greeks, and Egyptians. Okay. So that's why this energy is coming up for you. Okay. Aliens have always been recorded in teachings, writings, artifacts, and or paintings, and the recurring image that we see throughout history. Today, many believe that the gray aliens are the race that continue to visit Earth. Visitation, come on now. The grays were much more human-looking at one time. What happened was that they, as a race, were captured 892,000 years ago while leaving Zeta 1 and Zeta 2 to go off and do their own thing. This is very common and is how Earth became colonized. What happened is that they got captured by a group in Orion that was already genetically altered and under the control of the Alpha Draconians. According to Moraine, the first thing the Draconian altered Orion group did was slaughter almost all of the females of the captured race in order to control the birth process. Well, we'll get to that in just a second. They then genetically altered the remaining females so that all the children born after were genetically altered as well. The males were enslaved, made to work in mines, and slaughtered by the Draconian-controlled Orion group, who had absolutely no regard for life. What we know now as the Greys became a natural resource in that system. There seem to be 3 main social classes with this group. One is more hawkish and is more abrupt, crude, and blunt. The more dove-like ones are more refined and capable of a more business-like behavior toward humans and prefer to use more diplomatic behavior to gain control. This type of gray is what I believe is being referred to as the orange class of grays. Okay, so in all of that, I want to go back to the birthing process. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something. Zeta Reticuli tells me that for you, if you picked group 4 and DNA genetics, okay, was at the bottom. So that means that this is definitely something that is significant to you as far as your lineage. Okay, so who you are in this world right now is someone who has a special type of DNA. Okay, you could also become a midwife, doula, even early childhood development professional, someone who can help to cultivate or assist in the transition or the healing of the DNA. Okay, the altering of the DNA, we'll say it like that. Maybe you support the altered DNA. Okay. Right now, we do have a big battle against the feminine, against the woman. Okay, where society wants to control the birthing process. And so this also speaks to this. So let's get into your message. I feel like that was a big one. All right. So let's see what else comes out for y'all. Integrity. I love it. They said hawkish. So it sounds like you're resonating with the more hawkish Zeta Reticuli, which said that they were very abrupt. They were very blunt. Okay. So you may have to stand up, speak truth to organizations. If you are indeed in alignment with birth work, then you would definitely be defending the rights of people who are in that process. Okay. Wisdom of the divine feminine. Heck yeah. There you go. So you're standing up and you're fighting back. Okay. Against these systems. You're going to be, I feel like during this time, you could really, you could have an experience where you remember being a Zeta Reticuli, I feel like, but you could also just come into contact and you can get confirmation about your mission here, okay, at this time, right? You can get confirmation about being a doula or a midwife if that's something that you want to do, all right? Sirius is showing up with the message of embracing transition. The liminal space says the dream always comes designed as the nightmare. Okay. Problem solving, solving a problem, bringing joy by facing a dark problem. And then the Nine of Chalices or the Nine of Cups. Come on. From the Starseed Tarot. Firstly, I would say that during this time, you're going to feel an urge to really speak up for your feminine self. Okay, your masculine is really going to be stepping into power to defend your feminine. Okay, it says the wisdom of the divine feminine in the light worker card, and I think that what this is saying is that there's an essence of the divine feminine that is being protected or being guarded. Okay, there are feminine guardians that you are working with at this time. It feels as if also too. Yeah, I feel that some for whatever reason during this time you are really going to be supportive in infusing other women, other feminines with this wisdom. Embracing transition would speak to the fact that there is this huge shift that's happening where the feminine is taking the feminine energy, not just woman, but the feminine energy is taking precedence, it's taking the lead. Okay, so you could be assisting in this shift or be having an experience where you receive the information about this. It says the dream always comes disguised as the nightmare. So I also feel that, like I said, with the Zeta Reticuli, sometimes experiences with them can be um, frightening for someone who is not prepared for it. Okay, it says the dream always comes as the nightmare. So your confirmation for what it is that you want to do in this lifetime, what it is that will bring you fulfillment, may come through an experience that is not as pleasant. Doesn't actually have to be like a being showing up in your space, but it does seem like it could be an unpleasant experience that moves you into your life purpose. I am picking up on energy regarding like sexual abuse or sexual trauma. I heard rape really loud. So you could have some type of experience where you feel as if your rights are not honored. Okay. All right. What else? You could also be a Zeta Reticuli. Let me just be very clear. So when I say that you're going to have a visitation, you could also just have remembrance, or you could come to remembrance that that's who you are, a Zeta Reticuli. All right, keepers of the light, which of you want to work with group 4, are working with group 4 at this time? I'm also picking up, there's also the messages here for group 3 or group 4. Your crown chakra, third eye chakra, and any blockages in your heart will be cleared up for you at this time. All right. Holy Amethyst is showing up for you as well. Divine Alchemy, and I appreciate that. Yes. So honoring your true feelings, your true emotions, and using your voice to communicate the truth of how you're affected, the truth of your traumas, the truth of all of this, and this will come out. You will receive the right words. Okay, so let me show you why I say that. You will receive the right words. Okay, you have here the illumination here with the hawk or the eagle behind. So this represents higher thought or higher vision. So that's being activated for you. You will receive the information you need to transmit. And then here's go as well, 9 of Cups. You're going to be receiving downloads, intuitive downloads here. This person is sitting here, has all these rays coming down. Those are intuitive downloads about what's going to bring the most joy or how to increase humanity's levels of joy, pleasure, enjoyment. Okay, all the things tied to the feminine. All right. Okay, let's see what astrological energies are going to be supporting you or that you might be able to work with. The 11th house, the edge. Yeah, of course. If you're going to have visitations, that mean you like right there, you're ready. You're on the edge waiting to connect. Visitations don't typically happen for people. Well, it happens when it's supposed to happen. Okay. And in this energy, it feels like you're going to be positioning yourself, or you have positioned yourself. Okay. The edge, friendship, group, creativity, community, humanity, hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, and the future. Okay. Zeta Reticuli is also, when if you were to look more into their history, there is a lot of experimentation talked about with the Zeta Reticuli, but in general, I feel like this is going to help you connect. You're going to connect once you remember who you are. You're going to be able to see very clearly the people around you and why you're connected to them. Okay, because the 11th house is your groups, the community. All right. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now let's see what starseed message is here for you. Group 4. The starseed message for group 4. Surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in its present moment. And that is definitely a wisdom of the divine feminine. Surrender, okay? Embrace this transition that Sirius is talking about, okay? You could just be transitioning into more ease, more flow, okay? All right. Now your numbers 17, 9, 62, okay? Could be significant numbers for you during this time. All right, that's it for group 4. All right, group 5. Group 5, if you chose the CHRYSOCOLLA, then you are most going to be experiencing actual DNA activations, okay? So what does that mean? Right now, as humans, we have a certain genetic setup. Our DNA is set up a certain way with the number of strands, okay? I can't think of the exact number right now. It's interesting because I know this information. But anyway, so the number of strands, and then when you have the activation, then it's basically enhancing the number of strands, or you have more strands, okay? The ladder is lengthened, okay? Or something like that. I'm going to say it like that because that's the way it's coming to me. Either way, I also feel that with this, CHRYSOCOLLA is a crystal that cleanses all of your chakras, which I feel like would also align with the fact that there's DNA activation happening. So not only are you what was it group 1 maybe that had awakening of more chakras, their extended chakra system, this could be what you're having as well. So not, in essence, maybe not the DNA activation, you could. But if you are in a group who acknowledges that there's something more intense happening with your energetic field, you could be going through the awakening or the opening of those extended chakras, okay? You could also be having this shift. Remember, we talked about in the very beginning of the video, we talked about how the galactic chakra system is a little different. There's different names, and then some of them are different order. So you could be feeling that energy in you at this time, okay? That there is a shifting and things are kind of being rearranged and put into different places. Yeah, I'm being told that for this group, you could also be activating your 11, 12, 13 chakras. So activating your galactic antenna or your scalar wave antenna, okay? Let's see what we have for you, group 5. Walk your truth. Look at that handprint. Your destiny is activated. Your destiny is being activated because the palm is what I'm hearing. So palm reading, palmistry, right? Something about connecting to your destiny, and it's a 35, number 8. So again, another destiny number. Unplug from mass consciousness. Yes, 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 yes. Accept your individuality, I'm hearing. Okay. Wow. Assistance without interference. Sirius is telling you that there is assistance without interference at this point. The liminal space is protect your ecosystem. Wow. Okay. Protect your ecosystem. And from the Starseed Tarot, you have the 6 of crystals, the 6 of pentacles. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So 1, we're talking boundaries here for you guys. So with DNA activations, having all your chakras cleansed, I feel like you are having auric surgery, okay? Auric surgery, where a lot of connections are being cut that are not serving you at this time. The unplug from the mass consciousness talks about the confusion, the pain, the hurt that is tied to being plugged in. You may need to ask for a break. Okay, so you may be getting a break or be going into a period of rest and regeneration at this time. And then it's saying that just understand that your destiny is not going to pass you by because you take this time. Okay. What's going to happen with this is actually going to allow you to receive anything that's specifically for you. You know, sometimes when you're in a position to translate or to transmit for others, then it can become a little murky what actually fits for you. Okay. So they're asking you to unplug so that they can give you the assistance you need by way of downloads, inner healing, whatever the case may be, without the interference of these other messages and things coming down your pipeline. Okay. With protect your ecosystem, I also feel as if that's speaking to the same thing. Or cleansing, getting you to a space. You may also need to go into nature or bring some plants into your home during this time. Six of Crystals says we want to give back to you. So your galactic guides or your ancestors are saying we want to pour into you right now. We have some gifts for you. Oh, I just got really warm. So I feel some of you need to go into the sun over the next few days or spend as much time in the sun over this next during this portal so that you can receive the solar activations. Okay, I'm being reminded to talk to you about the fact that Sirius is the Earth's sun or second sun or something like that, and it said that it shines 25 times brighter than our sun, our actual sun. So I'm being told that you need to get out during this time so that you can connect with the energy from Sirius. Okay, get out during the sunlight so that we're going to see it as normal sunlight. Let me clarify. We're going to see it as normal sunlight, but you're going to be activating or receiving the energy from Sirius, okay, when you go out into the sun during this period, all right? It's going to be regenerative. It's going to help you regenerate. It's going to help you heal, okay, at this time. Yeah, and see how this person has their hands out right here. This is people asking of you at this time, and this is spirit asking you to just let these people wait for a little while and allow yourself to become more balanced. Allow yourself to integrate the information and the gifts and the things that we are giving to you at this time. Also, she's in all white, so purification at this time is going to be very important. Okay, aligning yourself with the energy using herbs, crystals, spiritual baths, and things like that is going to be very beneficial. So self-care is big at this time, it looks like. Walk your truth means that you have to be able to, one, say what you need at this time. That is a method of self-care, is being able to say, hey, I need X, Y, and Z. Looking for some music. Oh, it just went down. Okay. So yeah, it says people are asking of you right now, give what you would normally be giving to yourself at this time, because it is a time of you receiving or achieving divine balance. Okay. Also, for some of you specifically, you can this is a time where you need to get to somewhere where you can let your guard down. If you're in an environment where you don't feel safe or you feel like you have to constantly have like protections up, it's asking you to get somewhere where you can feel safe, let your hair down, let your defenses down, because there's much to come to you. Okay, there's much to come to you. All right. Anything else? Yeah, the interference, they're saying the interference is a lot of the earth's suffering. Okay, so you need to unplug. Yeah, the interference is saying it's just part of what humanity is experiencing, but you have the privilege to disconnect and just be one with the energy for now, your own energy, the Syrian energy for right now. Okay. I heard they're giving you a handout. So whatever it is that you feel like you've been lacking at this time, they're going to be giving it to you. A handout, because we have a hand illustrated here. We have the palm illustrated there. And we have hands open to receive here. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely a sense of just giving to yourself. Also, she's holding the pink rose. Now she's about to put it into this other person's hands, but you're being advised to give to self. With the protect your ecosystem being a heart. Yeah. Yeah. Self-love, self-care at this time. All right. All right. So which guide is here working with group 5? Okay. Remember all chakras being cleansed, as well as activating 11, 12, and 13 for you. All right. Which guide or keeper of the light has a message for group 5? Mary Magdalene. Come on. Okay. All right. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. Okay. She said her message is her message. Okay. So what astrological messages do you have, or astrological energies can you work with during this time? If you are a feminine, in a female body, then you're being asked to also put more honor during this time. If you happen to be during on your cycle, if you happen to be bleeding at this time, they're saying that this is a beautiful, beautiful time for you to be connecting. Okay. So as your body is cleansing itself, it's saying that you can, if you feel so comfortable with it, if you feel comfortable with it, I'm being told to tell you that you can give an offering of your blood to the earth. Okay. Or do some type of offering that is tied to your cleansing, okay, that you're doing right now. All right, Mary Magdalene, because this is also a purification energy, but it's not a purification in the way of being perfect. It's a purification in the way of natural processes. Okay. Okay, I heard for someone it's going to be your bowels. Your bowels is doing something too. Okay. Natural processes. Okay, so Chiron is the astrological healing, and then trine, look at the word flow. Okay, so Chiron healing. Yeah, so I can't remember which group had this. I think it was group 1. But you have healing powers, growth, making amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame, sensitivity, forgiveness, superpowers, divinity, cleansing, softness, and pain. Yeah, unplugging from the mass consciousness so that you can hear clearly what your soul is asking for at this time, as well as what the divine and what your galactic guides have for you as well. What starseed message do we have for group 5? Okay, 2. Okay, great. We have abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. Okay, look at that. I said natural processes, but what this is also speaking to, there is a sense of, like, if you do spiritual work for other people, there is also a concern that your needs won't be met if you pull back a little bit to take care of you. So I do feel like they're saying, no, your needs will always be met. Okay, you don't have to worry about it, especially since you have this core nature to care for others, to serve humanity. Okay, you are a light worker. Okay, we have stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness, and compassion. That would also be aligned with Mary Magdalene as well. So taking a break, giving yourself that compassion, giving yourself grace, time for yourself so that you can heal and regenerate. Balance your own scales. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I also feel this is a time for you to receive, give, serve in the ways that you feel you can serve, but this is definitely a time of more receiving than giving for you if you chose group 5. Okay. All right. Group 6. Group 6. If you chose the LAPIZ slates. Okay, I'm being led to talk about pyrite. So there is definitely a sense of general abundance coming in your way, right? In general, abundance. Okay, but the overall energy for number 6 is heart healing. Okay. Heart healing. I'm hearing the term Christ consciousness or Christ. For some reason, I'm hearing that you're escaping something, escaping a matrix tied to the heart, tied to love, okay? Okay. Let's go. Group 6. Communication. Okay. Key of light. Definitely. All right. Sirius. Ooh, way showing. Some of you are definitely going to be coming into prophetic abilities. Way showing, it talks about the future. So I feel like some of you are going to be able to see into the future a little bit during this time. Wow. Be careful signing contracts from the liminal space. Wow, wow, wow. And alchemy. Yes. This is the temperance card here. Look at it. Some of you are going to be connected with Archangel Gabriel. He's going to be giving you keys of insight, downloads, insight. Okay, unlocking the heart chakra. Okay, because Gabriel also handles divine unions or kingdom marriages. Okay, the term I want to use. And so, yeah, you could be also, this group could also be twin flame energy. So you're receiving a key. Your twin could be receiving a key at this time. I feel as if you could be receiving a key and then way showing for the other partner, okay? Way showing for the other partner. So you could be having divine communication with Archangel Gabriel about this period, about the steps to take or how to bring your twin to awakening, okay? With be careful signing contracts, this is talking about the fact that you need to be aware that you do, in fact, have a twin flame or a higher level connection that is meant for you to experience. So as you're going through life right now and people are showing up looking to connect with you, be careful of entering these contracts with them, okay? Be careful, be mindful of it. I'll say it like that. Be mindful of entering into contracts that you don't have to enter into, okay? I'm also picking up, I just heard Cardi B, where's my pen, bitch? I'm signing, okay? Okay, so there is another, like, if you accept this, a lot of the balance is going to be coming into your field if you go ahead and accept this contract. I also feel like this is a contract that you signed already for some of you, to take this key of light and to be the first to awaken, okay? It's a hard journey to be the awakened twin. I'm just going to tell you that now, okay? All right, so with alchemy down here, the temperance, I also feel, again, you're going to be receiving exactly what you need to know, okay? I'll just give you a little insight that back when I had my twin flame insight, the person, I'm just going to share this with you, the person wasn't totally receptive and I wasn't even all the way in it. So whatever this is saying that there is a whole ring of keys you're going to be receiving. You're going to get a lot. So keep a recording device, keep a pen and paper close to you. You're going to be receiving a lot of insight, a lot of downloads during this time about what's to come, okay? Some of you also may be traveling to the future, or your future self may be coming back to you to give you some information, to warn you or somehow, okay? Okay. Also, for some of you, you're going to be receiving some type of contract or some type of offer related to your own healing processes. So you could be receiving like the ability to teach, the ability to speak publicly, the ability to, I say the ability, but offers to do these things, to write a book, to write a blog, to be featured on someone's TV show, something like that. You could be receiving opportunities like that during this time that are related to your personal story of healing. Okay. That's what I feel. It's related to your own personal story of healing. Okay. So there's a lot of doors here. So lots of doors of opportunity. And with be careful signing contracts, it just tells you, choose carefully what doors you open. You have the key ring, but be careful or be mindful what doors you open. What I'm hearing is that you'll have keys that access higher and lower realms. So, okay, so I'm picking up Anubis energy here. So let's get my Anubis deck and see what he want to tell you. Yeah, you'll have the ability to access higher realms and lower realms. Anubis, what do you want to tell this group here? Wajid, yep. Life force energy, purification, and divine awakener. Come on, y'all. Yes. Confirming for you that you are indeed the awakened one or the enlightened one. Okay. And that you are going to be the life force for this union, for this project, for this purpose, this task. You're going to be the life force here. You're going to be the beacon of light, the North Star in this situation that helps to guide either just your twin flame or even a whole twin flame collective. Okay. So if you are a twin flame, then this means that you will be sharing your twin flame journey with a collective. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. You'll be helping to teach about the process, about the journey. You'll be offering healing tools, activation tools for people. What's coming to mind. There's a lady, I don't know her full name, but Star Blossom Medium or something like that on Instagram, and she channels high level twin flame information, much different from anything you would have like just a normal tarot reader telling you, because some of that stuff is a little new agey, right? So the way that she speaks about it, you can kind of tell that it's star influenced. Okay, guides, guardians of the light, keepers of the light. What do you have for group 6? Krishna. Hare Krishna. So the Hare Krishna chant might be beneficial for you during this time. Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally, which again, I feel like is the energy of twin flame, of being the awakened one, especially if you've been on this journey for some time, then you are now receiving some type of accolade or reward, which could totally be union. Okay. So you could have the devotion of your partner showing up in this lifetime so that you can continue on with a counterpart. Okay. But in essence, it's saying that you are receiving downloads and communications, even insights about the future. And it's telling you to trust the spiritual guidance. There is a specific niche that I feel like you could tap into if you wanted to. Okay, dang. Okay, so on this card, be careful signing contracts. This is actually someone that's at a jewelry store picking out rings. Look at that. So yeah, divine union for this group is happening. Okay. And you've shown the way. You've been the shining light. And I think that reward is coming for you. Yes. I love this energy. Temperance would say things are now coming into proper alchemy. It's been alchemized. Everything has been alchemized. And now you get to have whatever this is. Devotion from Krishna. Okay, so your numbers here are number 9, number 26, 95, 14, and 16. What astrological energies will be supportive for you at this time? The numinous. Oh, yes. Mystery. The unknown. The unknowable. ESP. Psychic abilities. The cosmos. universal truth, oneness, source, the unnameable, shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, ghosts, other worlds, space, enigmas, the occult, and intuition. Yes. Remember, we talked about the psychic abilities of being able to see the future. I also feel like you could have a niche that talks about helping people to identify the contracts that they have completed or the contracts that they are in. So, Akashic Records could be something that you tap into, absolutely, because on this Key of Light card, let's show you. You have all these doors in my mind. This could be an Akashic hallway. You could be going into these different doors to experience different lifetimes, to review the contracts of different experiences. And so with the numinous here, I definitely feel that. You have amethyst showing up on this card. You have the 3 pyramids here as well. Yeah. So you could definitely be tapping into the occult at this time, or surrendering to what you have already been experiencing, acknowledging what it is. Okay. And the Key of Light would also be saying that definitely you are actually having another level of awakening, which is a higher level, and then it's awakening your twin or a divine counterpart. This could even be your tribe. So, but first, I really feel like this is speaking to some twin flame energy here, twin ray, or however you resonate with that. Okay, so let's see what the starseed message is for you. Also, cherubim is speaking to me. So if you resonate with the cherubim, those angels or those angelic beings, then this message is definitely for you. Okay. Transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitations and allow your soul's light to truly shine. So transcendence, transcend your mind's limitations. So a lot of this that's happening is going to take some time, or it has taken some time for you to really accept what it is. And now you're transcending those limiting beliefs and allowing yourself to be exactly who you are. Time traveler, seer, scribers, whatever you write, whatever you say happens. Okay, so whatever these things are, it's like you're transcending the belief that that's not possible and allowing it to be possible because it's been happening for you. Okay, awesome. Group 6, those are beautiful messages. Okay, group 7. If you chose the emerald does talk about heart openings. It's a heart chakra for sure. It brings about commitment in love affairs or devotion, like with Krishna. But I'm picking up on literally like an innocence. An innocence is what I'm picking up. So yeah, if you chose Emerald or Group 7, then the overall energy for you during this portal is technology. Okay, technology. So on many different levels, you could find that there is a significant connection with you between your technology, your electronics, your phones. You could find that you're trying to build a better relationship with technology. So you could be trying to learn more tools or skills when it comes to that. I'm also picking up too that technology, how to use astrology. That's a technology. How to use like how to use these different modalities. All those are technologies. Okay, and also for this group, galactic antenna or your scalar wave antenna is activating technology. I'm also hearing that any implants, foreign entities that are in your energetic field or have been implanted into your being will be purged and removed at this time. Particularly in the heart chakra, okay? This will be anything that's preventing you from ascending because of like lack of forgiveness, or these are all parasites. So lack of forgiveness, So grudge holding. So yeah, that's the one that's coming up. Forgiveness, okay? Which would tie to Christ consciousness. So I feel like if you resonate with that, then this is definitely for you. Let's see what we have here for group 7. Group 7. Be fearless. Ooh, yeah. So that's another parasite that can be being removed is fear. The lighthouse. I'm seeing the lighthouse, and so I'm saying it's saying be fearless. So there might be leaps that you have to take during this time, and you don't know what steps, you don't know the next steps. But if you just move, the lighthouse will begin to direct your path. Okay. Wow, dark night of the soul. So you're coming out. You're being asked to go ahead and come out. Come on out. Mental transformation. Yes, yes. It's taking you some time to catch up with where you actually are. So you feel like you're still in the dark night of the soul. You're not. You can come out. Come out. So it's taking your mind a little bit of time to catch up with your soul is already transcended or has already healed. Okay. From the liminal space. Yep. Mama Ayahuasca. And from the Starseed Tarot is the Sage of Flames or the Queen of Flames, the Queen of Wands, okay? Okay, so I do feel there's a Kundalini awakening happened for someone. This could have happened during the dark night of the soul, or as you're attempting to come out of the dark night of the soul. You could be having I heard Shakti, so you could be having some type of awakening in that sense. Kundalini specifically, right? Shakti is that primal energy force, right? Could be rising up for you. So for some of you, you could be having, I'm just going to throw it out there. You could be having certain like transcendental sexual experiences right now, or intimate experiences right now, something that you have not experienced before, because of the vibration that you now carry, and because of the vibration of the partners that you're choosing as well. So this means that you're going to be having some higher level experiences when it comes to intimacy. All right. I'm also picking up too with the Queen of Wands about appearances. Okay. So things are not as they appear, or you're not seeing that you have actually come out. Okay. Um, This could also be your perception of others as well during this time. That could be healing as you become more and more aware that like I said, that you're out. You're not in there anymore. You're out, which I feel is spoken about with mental transformation here, the future. So because some of you with Mama Aya as well, this would allow you to see the truth with clarity, acknowledging and purging. Okay. Some of you could also connect with the plant spirit at this time. If it is Mama Ayahuasca, then cool. But it could be any plant spirit, kava kava, sacred cacao. I also hear sacred waters. So sacred waters, whether you make them or whether you collect them from nature. Okay, this could also help you to clear your mind and cleanse your mind so that you can go ahead and step out of the dark night. Okay. For some of you, you're going to have you're going to be putting more attention into your appearance, expressing more through your clothing, through your makeup and things like that. It's going to become a bigger source of expression for you, source, a bigger medium for expression for you, your actual aesthetic and appearance. Because you are being able to let go of some fears and anxieties about being accepted. But again, I'm hearing you are the lighthouse. You are meant to shine this light. You are meant to have this authentic expression. You are meant to dance this dance of fearlessness. You are meant to spark this same light of inspiration in others. You are a channel for divine creativity. So it looks like Sirius is going to be helping to channel some some healing messages, also as well as some ascension messages through you in art. I'm hearing somatic, so in dance and movement as well. So somatic energy. You could be, excuse me, you could be working with. Yeah, you definitely are working more with like divine sight at this time for sure. Your numbers I'm seeing so far are number 3, 16, and 94. Those could be significant for you at this time. Keepers of the light, what do you have for group 7? Okay, first of all, I just heard one of my lyrics. It says, "My skin is blue as the depths of the ocean. I come back with the keys and the potions. Whip him up to set things into motion." Okay, whip it up to set things into motion. So that's what they're talking about. You've gone through the dark night of soul. You have these keys, and it says now you just need to put them into a medium to move this energy out into the collective. Okay, so my skin's blue as the depths of the ocean. I come back with the keys and the potions. Whip it up to set things into motion. That's the lyric. So it says that you're now in a position or coming into a position where you can really put these things into a medium and express and spread it out to the world through whatever medium. Could be poetry, could be music, like I just spoke, but it could be dance. It could be tantric teachings. There's a whole lot here. Okay, so what keeper of the light, what guide is working with this group number 7? Who has a message for group 7? Draw cool, Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Okay, yeah. That's talking about the compassion and the care to show yourself as you are stepping out of the dark night, as you are stepping out of your own darkness that you went into for healing, for regeneration, for self mastery, for self development, right? So you went in here and you need to understand that now you are in a season of receiving the dharmic effects, okay? The dharmic effects. Yeah. So as you take steps to really put these energies out, whatever that means for you. For some of you, you could just dance up, wake up and dance every morning. That's something I do on my Instagram a lot. In my story is I'll just put on music and dance. And it's a lot of times the whatever I'm dancing to is a channeling. The music itself has lyrics for someone out there. So sometimes it's the lyrics, sometimes it's my movement, sometimes people like the clothes I have on. Some people like that I'm dancing with my baby. But whatever it is, you're sending the energy out, okay? And so whatever your medium is going to be, it's saying that these are the steps that you're taking to, one, activating this same energy in others, but also getting closer and closer to your sense of happiness, okay? You are happy, but when we're talking about Dharma, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Unlocking your divine, like your life, your happiness, your fullness of self, okay? Okay, they're telling me to, do I have these cards over here? Yep, I do. So I'm going to read the Draw Cool card. I don't know how to say his name. I hope I'm saying it right. Dwal, known as the Tibetan. He is the Tibetan Buddhist master, said to have many incarnations, including a devotee of Buddha himself, and as one of the 3 wise men who honored the baby Jesus. Through his earthly experiences, he has learned the importance of spiritual practice and discipline and knows that the path we are on unfolds over time. He is now helping light workers follow their dharma, which is a Sanskrit word for right way of living. Okay. It says, when this appears in a reading, he reminds you that your path is unfolding as it should. Take one step at a time and remember that your only spiritual function is to be happy. You are a powerful person with many lessons under your belt and a real capacity to share your wisdom with the world. Take the time to go over what you have learned recently. Recognize the strength it has brought you and acknowledge where you have been courageous. Dual Cool is now working with your angel guides to help your journey unfold like a beautiful lotus flower, one petal at a time. And that's page 33. So I'll throw that in there for you guys as numbers. So 3, 33, 16, 94. Okay. So beautiful message. Okay. Let's see what astrological placement signs. Okay. The sun. All right. This popped right on out. I think this is really speaking to this because the sun in this deck talks about just being, your being, okay, how you're showing up. And this is saying you're going to be happy, okay, as you transcend or as you come out of your dark night and realize that every day you're closer and closer to self, to fullness of self, okay, to fullness of being, all right. Essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, honor, masculinity, distinction, childishness, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, and the Father. Okay. So again, definitely speaking to that individuality, showing up as yourself. Again, I'm getting a huge like eclectic or eccentric type of energy that you're putting out. And after you've come out of not knowing how it's going to be received and things like that, you will realize that actually your specific essence was needed because someone needed to see it being expressed. Okay. So that's a beautiful vibe. What's your starseed message? What starseed message do you have for group 7? Earth guide, come on. Your sacred calling up on this planet is simply to love and be loved. Oh my gosh, what's this other card that came out? Strength. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. So yeah, definitely give you a pat on the back about what you've come through already, but also saying that there's going to be many more situations. And the reason that you went through your dark night for some of you is so that you could understand that you are supported by the universe, by God. Okay. As far as Earth Guide, your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. And I really love that being said that way because we're talking about authenticity. You're here to accept people as they are, love them unconditionally, and to also be accepted. So you don't have to worry about fitting in or painting a certain picture, okay, of your life, of your being. I also love that the Sun card is here saying being, because it says that's your only purpose, is to be here, is to be you, be okay with being, to love and to be loved. Okay. Beautiful messages. Beautiful messages. All right. So lastly, group 8. If you chose Azurites, you'll be working through a third eye cleanse, specifically since this is in mostly rock. Okay. I feel as if there's definitely a decalcifying energy. Okay. I also feel like blocks that probably started in past lifetimes or early in childhood. They're not from anything that you've done or not done. This calcification or this blockage is not from anything that you've done per se, but it's from past lifetimes or from early childhood. Okay. So if you chose group 8, then we have higher chakra openings as your main as the main energy that you're working with. I have this deck, the Experiencer deck. So let me go ahead and shuffle it because I'm feeling led to. Doesn't have anything to do with this one, I don't think. But if so, if you are activating higher chakras, then that means that you could indeed be connecting with other beings, extraterrestrials, other dimensions of reality. So you could totally have an experience of sorts, or begin to feel as if you are channeling from those spaces. Okay, so was I wrong? No. I was like, okay. I'm like, was I wrong? At the bottom, they have Syrian, so very significant that they're showing up. You could totally be channeling Syrian energy or actually channeling Syrian beings, okay? You have encountered with the Syrian or you are one. And then we have archons. You are being attacked in your dreams. Remember I said it doesn't feel like anything that you've done. I feel like over time as a child or even in past lifetimes, there has been these archonic energies interfering with your divine sight, with your awakening, okay, throughout lifetimes. Because you probably are a Syrian and you have a very significant position, this person's attire or the Syrian's attire doesn't look as if it's just a normal being. Looks like there's some authority that this being has. Okay, so could be totally like some type of leader of a specific mission or a specific program. But definitely you've been under attack for some time. Like I said, past life or early childhood. All right. That's going to be fixed for you. Third eye is going to be cleansing. Let's see what we have. Unconditional love. Look at that too. Like that. So this is coming from the stars. Star family, unconditional love. Star family connecting with you at this time, perhaps. Especially since the Syrians. You're probably of Syrian origin, I would say. And I felt led to look at the 34, which is 7. And I feel as if you didn't watch number 7, probably should watch number 7, because it feels as if you're going to be receiving divine love, motivation, and encouragement from Syrian beings at this time, because you are a Syrian being. Okay, you are a Syrian starseed. You might also higher chakra openings means that your scalar wave antenna is open, and you might actually be open to a walk-in. If you don't know what a walk-in is, that's when a being from other dimensions, angels even, but we're talking about Syrians. A Syrian being could come to you so that you can embody their energy to live here. They want to be here, so you could be a medium for them to experience Earth. Okay. So for some reason, it feels like you might need that heart opening that we talked about in number 7. And then the higher chakra openings is actually the technology that's allowing you to connect. Okay. Wow. An invitation to connect. Bro, can't make this up. Can't make this up. Okay, so look at this. There's definitely one again memory of that civilization coming to you at this time. I also feel like I said, divine love from those beings, because we're here with Reiki or energy at the heart space. So definitely accepting who you are as a Syrian starseed, group 8, Syrian starseed. Creative communication. Come on now. And that says present. Yeah, present. I thought it said parallel, which would have just freaked me out. But creative communication. Snip, snip. Okay. Okay, so this was in reverse, and I feel the need to leave it that way. And from our starseed, our Syrian starseed tarot, we have 4 of Cups or 4 of Chalices. All right. For this group, okay, I feel as if this opportunity to connect or this invitation to connect has come to you before. You could have rejected it in the past for whatever reason. Perhaps you just weren't ready yet. Snip, snip being in reverse, meaning that whatever way that you cut off communication, or however communication was cut off, is being restored at this time. And so maybe that's why this creative communication card is here to say that there is a different means by which you will be interacting. Okay. And I feel as if this is because maybe you had to set a certain boundary before you were able to feel comfortable with this. And they're meeting you halfway on it, basically. For some of you, astral travel, because maybe you feel more comfortable traveling than having them visit you. Okay. So that could be a vibe. Yeah, I feel as if you have been longing for this. Okay, so what you have been longing for when it comes to acceptance, when it comes to tribe and family and just feeling loved, okay? I feel like what you've been longing for was offered some time ago, but again, maybe you were too young to understand what was going on, or maybe, excuse me, maybe the blockage in your heart space was preventing you from connecting. Now there is this, you're getting some help from the cetaceans too. It looks like you're getting some help from the cetaceans, and I just heard yemoya. So whatever these woundings were, then you receiving help from many different groups. So yemoya is a Yoruban goddess or spirit, and the cetaceans are whales and dolphins. So you could benefit maybe by going to the water to help this connection along, okay, if you are open and receptive to this. But in general, it does feel like a flood of emotions. So you could have had some childhood traumas that blocked you. Those things are being healed at this time as well. I honestly feel like you've healed them because you wouldn't be at the place of having chakras 10, 11, 12, and 13 activate if you hadn't already balanced the lower chakras, okay? So I do feel a sense of maybe this is already complete for you or nearly complete. They're saying they're finding ways to connect, and I'm seeing bubbles, okay? So bubbles, oh, I had bubbles. I had a channeling about bubbles. If you feel so led, check that out on the channel. There was a channeling about bubbles, and it talked about one, protection, divine protection, but also, yeah, protection. That's what I feel like it's talking about. So you are divinely protected at this time, or protected by the guardians. Also, I feel as if bubbles in this specific situation could be like Merkaba, or the vehicle by which you travel to these other realms, okay? Merkaba. Yeah. Bubbles. All right. I think that's everything. So let's see what Keeper of the Light wants to connect with you. Yeah, I do feel like there's some emotional pains or emotional traumas that have definitely in the past stopped you from being able to connect, okay? Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Yes, come on. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. I said they were offering you a hand. They're offering you a hand, but also, okay, you are being groomed or positioned to also serve as Kuan Yin, as far as galactic heritage and things like that. So what that means is Kuan Yin decided that she would stay close to humanity or close to earth beings so that she could help them heal, show them care, show them compassion. She had the option to ascend become an ascended master. She's still considered one, but she had the opportunity to go ahead into the other realms. She decided to stay close to humanity to help with this lesson, okay? So with unconditional love, I do feel like you are also going to be serving in this type of Kuan Yin position where you are able to offer safe space for other people who are coming into the knowledge of being of galactic heritage and an embodiment, maybe walk-ins as well. You could be supporting them. There is the woman who helped me. I picked up a book during that time. We Are the Niburians, Jalila Starr. Okay. Now that text is not easily found, so you might have to do some search and you might have to spend like $200 for it. But if you want to read it, that's the only way you're going to read it. It has some very good tools in there for healing. So yeah, if you feel so led, check that out. Definitely going to be creating some type of space. Okay, wait. Creating some type of space for people in order so they can feel safe to tap in, okay, to connect, all right? Now, I'm also picking up, too, this could be youth energy that you work with, especially since we have creative communication. You would have to put it in a certain kind of like format or deliver it a certain way so they could be received by the youth or by whoever is here to receive it. Can you get a reading? Yeah, you can choose a number during the playback and see which one of these is for you. Let's see what astrological placements, signs, houses of the chart are supporting group 8. Semi-sextile, allowing, yeah, allowing. Encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, and rewards. Yeah, this is beautiful. I feel like mostly realizing yourself. We talked about realizing that you are a Syrian star seed, or that you have galactic origin of some other group. But for here, it definitely feels like Syrian. But realizing that and then helping others to realize it and to move in that energy, to understand what it means. Okay. Scorpio is showing up at the bottom. So that definitely means that there's like a tapping into this esoteric wisdom or this occult wisdom that is going to support star seeds, walk-ins, those who are just coming to galactic understanding, or coming into their galactic humanness. Okay. Let's see what your starseed message is. What is your starseed message for group 8? Something flipped. Vision. Trust in your ability to create the vision in your soul. Yes. Okay, so for some of you, you're feeling that whatever the mission is that you received during this time, you may feel like it's too big. You may feel like you don't know enough, that you don't have enough information. I'm with you. Okay, been there, done that. So what's happening is you don't have to feel like an expert. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to allow yourself to be a conduit for the energy. You have to allow yourself to be a channel for the energy. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to know everything. It's like Abraham Hicks. She sits up there and she just basically says, like, she's not even there, basically. She's just channeling, right? And so it's like she didn't have to know any of that information or even understand it, honestly. She just has to allow herself to be the vessel for it, okay? Excuse me. I'm being told to get you guys a second starseed message, so let's do that. Came out so fast. Celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. Okay, yeah. So that's definitely speaking also about the doubt, the fear about not being enough. It's like, no, no, no. Celebrate yourself. You haven't even looked at all that you've achieved, all that you've done. And for some of you during this period, you're going to be seeing, you're going to be having a review, and you're going to be seeing, all the places that you broke chains, that you transcended something, that you overcame an obstacle. You're going to be shown it so that you have no reason to believe that you're incapable in this time and space. All right. Okay. That's it for group 8. Now, is there anything else that you guys want to include in this message? All right, let's actually close with a meditation. So if you stayed to this point of the reading, we're going to take you through a meditation that can help you during this Lionsgate portal. And you can come back to this portion and do it every day during this time if you like, or whenever you feel like you want to connect with the Syrian stars and those guides that are there with you. So what we're going to do is take a few deep breaths to ground and align ourselves, to integrate all of the information that has been received during this channeling and through this reading. I'm going to ask you to put a hand on your heart. And if you are aware of any other part of your being that needs to be healed or that needs to be aligned, place the other hand there. Envision the blue light of the Syrian stars Sit with it and let it grow until it's shining so brightly that you can feel it in your being. And when you feel connected with the light of Sirius and ready to receive, simply ask your guides, family, tribe of this origin to come forward and show themselves to you. Receive whatever wisdom and guidance they have for you. And as you're allowing their wisdom and guidance to pour into you, it will seep to the areas that need healing. You will see this as a blue light flowing into your heart space, into the other space that you placed your hand on, into whatever other spaces need healing at this time. Allow, receive, accept the invitation. You may stay with this energy as long as you like, but when you are finished, thank the guides, your galactic family, and your soul for showing up today. Thank them for the gifts that are awakening and the guidance and support to come. Okay. That's all I have for you guys. Remember, you can come back to this anytime you like and review these messages as well as connect with that meditation. You can put your own Sirian frequency or whatever frequencies you like to work with and listen to, and put those on and do the same visualization with the Sirian star or the blue light of the Sirian star. Happy Lionsgate. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.